Hi everyone, this is Marilyn. Welcome back to KK's Quilt Studio again. Uh, I just explained how to change a scanned image and digitize it in Pro Stitcher Designer, but sometimes we get caught up in the technicalities of things. We forget the very basics. How do you change it into a stitch file? So we're going to talk about that in this part 2 video. So I'm going to share with you a flowchart that I created for the students in a recent Pro Stitcher Designer class, and these are the three most common reasons that you would be using the Pro Stitcher Designer software. One would be to create a new design, and that's exactly what we did in the prior video. We turned a raster graphic image into vector artwork, and that's exactly what uh, designer creates. It creates vector artwork. The second reason might be to modify a stitch file, one that came with your system or one that you purchased. So it can be any machine format. The third reason might be just to change format. Maybe you've changed long arm systems. You've gone from one brand of machine to the other. Those are the three most common ways to use. But today's discussion is about creating the new design. So we created the cowboy boot artwork, and now we're going to apply stitches. And then we will save in a C2S file format, and then we'll save it in a machine format. So we're going to save in we're going to save our cowboy boot in two different files, and I will explain to you why we need two files, why we need that C2S file extension and then the machine file extension. So let's pop over into Pro Stitcher Designer and talk about that cowboy boot. So we are happy with our artwork. Everything looks good. And if you recall, our start and stop was over here on the right. If that's good for you, if you like it there, that's fine. You can change it, or we can also uh, flip our boot. We can mirror it in the other direction. Whichever way is is fine. It doesn't really matter that much because we can always make those changes as well at our machine. But the next step, once we have created the artwork in our sequence view, we need to apply stitches. So we're going next to go to the preview tab, and I'm going to select my boot. You need to have the little selection box around it, and it will be highlighted here in our sequence view. So then we need to apply stitches, and we can see from our information above that the cowboy boot is a little over 7 inches square and has 978 stitches. We can also see that here in our sequence view that it is now a run with 978 stitches. So we're ready to save that cowboy boot. I'm going to file and save as, and I've already saved it as the cowboy boot. And I go down here, and the default is to save it as the type C2S. That is our working format, and that's what we want to save it as first. So after we save in a machine format and send to our long arm for stitch out, if we need to come back and make any changes, we want to come back to this C2S file to make any changes, any modifications. So this is C2S is our working file format. Okay, we're ready to save. Already exists. Yes, I want to replace it, and all good to go. Next, I'll go to Save As, and this time I'll click that little down arrow so I can see all the different formats that I'm able to save. So we're able to save in a lot of the popular machine formats. You'll see all the different brands of long arms. I can save in the HQF, HQV, or the QLI, whichever uh, extension, whichever format you like to use. So for the Pro Stitcher, HQF, HQV, or QLI all work together. I'll save it in the newer HQV format and click Save. And from there, all I need to do is save it to a thumb drive and take it over to my machine. I can do that right here as well. I just need to change the location. I don't have a thumb drive in here, but if I did, I would have an E or a G drive and just click on that and save it as, again, as the machine format on my thumb drive. Then I would take the thumb drive out of my PC on my desktop and take it over to my machine and plug it into my tablet. So I hope that helps. I hope that explains a little bit more about some of the basics, but there's always a class that would be good to take. Watch more videos on my YouTube channel or join my Facebook group, the Pro Stitcher Designer Diner, and I hope that we can help answer any questions and get you started on designing your own designs in Pro Stitcher Design. Thanks for joining me, and be sure to like and follow the channel and click that little bell for any notifications of new videos. Thanks for stopping by.